Good. It's gonna look so weird on the street, just like holding her. It's like
it sucks when you start it, because then it's like, okay, now I forgot everything I wanted to say.
No, I know what I want to say.
What do you want to say, Carrie? Speak the truth.
Well, actually, that's true. They need to redo the flags.
No, they don't, Carrie.
They're all like
Have I told you about Amaru?
Nope.
Carrie, it's the satanic. It's Quetzalcoatl.
Ruby does not want to listen to this shit.
Yeah, Ruby here.
Ruby, hi.
Who's a good girl?
You walking around?
Ruby, interview.
Okay.
That was an interview with Ruby. It went very well. Carrie asked a lot of hard-hitting questions. I gave her some softballs.
No. What?
Yeah, I gave her some down the middle. Ruby, do you support the vaccine? So what's been going on with you, Carrie?
It's been
Carrie, we're gonna pretend like we don't see each other every single day.
No, that's like,
how it usually is.
No, that's how, like, with podcasting, like, they just see each other, like, once a week
and
or
that's
whatever.
why they're always excited to talk, except when they're not, and then they just stop the podcast.
But then, like, we see each other all the time, so it's like...
It feels like I'm actually talking to you through the microphone.
No, it feels like I'm, like, calling you right now.
Yeah.
It feels, like, artificial.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to this.
It's because it's technology.
Yeah, like, it feels like there's, like, a wall between us.
Yeah, it's called... That's what Pink Floyd's album, The Wall, was about.
Yeah, I need to listen to that. Sophie, like, sent me... I think it's, like, a movie on it.
Yeah, that's what everyone was talking about.
Oh, yeah, they probably watched it together.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sophie was telling me it. Remember we used to drive four-wheelers around here?
Yeah, that was so much fun.
Like, literally the whole entire day.
I'm always like, damn, we were so dangerous.
True. But now we don't even do any of that. Like, we're just
exactly. That's probably why we feel so bored.
Yeah. Like, we used to, like, go on the trampoline.
Now we
and,
just
like,
walk around with cell phones in our hand, fucking bullshit.
Well, it's not, like, summer yet, technically. So it's not, like, warm enough to, like...
It actually is warm.
Well, it's like, they don't have, like, the pool on or anything yet.
True.
So
once you get the hot tub going, the pool going, oh my god.
Well, they broke the hot tub broke.
Come on, Ruby.
Ruby,
don't. Okay.
Ruby. Come on.
Ruby, that's big homie. You know this. Whenever I think about doing something, I always end up not doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll find a sample that I'm like, I'm going to use this. And I never end up
Why don't you just use it, like, right then and there?
Because I'm never, like, making beats and finding samples. I always find samples on, like, Instagram Reels or, like, a TikTok or a YouTube video. And I'm like, I should use that.
So why don't you, like, screen record it or, like...
Yeah, I'll screen record it and then it'll just be my camera roll. And then weeks later, I'll be like, what the fuck is this bullshit video? It's like 3-second video. I'm like, what the
well, why don't you just, like... One day just compile all of your samples and, like, put it in your laptop so at least you, like, have them. And then when you're making music, you'd be like, oh, okay. Like,
interesting, too.
Because when I, like, have scenes, like, I have an idea of a scene or whatever, I, like, put in my phone and I write it down. And then when the time comes when I have to, like, put it in, then I put it in the script. Oh, okay. Yes.
Perfect timing, right when Carrie was talking.
Yep.
I love it. I'm trying to get as much dead air as you possibly can.
Yep.
I'm not cutting it out. It's gonna stay in there.
No. But I will say, it is, because I've never seen the, like, trees grow from, like, skeleton to... Oh, she's in the water now? Ruby's in the water. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, because last year...
You've never seen spring happen this way?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Well, not since...
19 times you've seen it and you've never actually noticed spring happening?
Well, like, in Florida, it doesn't really, like...
True. In Florida,
happen.
It's just wet and dry season.
Yeah, it's just, like, the same. But then in, like, Michigan, it goes from, like, the trees are all, like, dead and, like, skeleton, like, to now they're starting to, like, have green pop out of them. But, like, last year, I left before all of that can happen, really, so I didn't really see any of that. So this is, like, my first time.
I understand what you're telling me about talking on the phone and not talking to Karu.
I'm explaining. No, because it feels like I'm
you're
like,
talking to fucking Siri and I'm just alone.
No, yeah, it feels like I'm just, like, on a call, not, like, talking to you.
It sounds like you're talking to ChatGPT.
Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like...
I literally don't. I wasn't listening. No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
The trees blossoming? Yeah, I do.
Yeah. And with all the flowers that are on it.
Yeah.
So.
I do like that they have like
Oh.
fall and spring, so the trees change color. That was
Yeah.
cool all the time. In Florida, it's
Did
always the
you
same
did you know that when the leaves start to go like red and orange and yellow and stuff, that's the tree draining the chlorophyll out of those leaves to like store it for the winter.
color?
So then when it's time for spring, they use the chlorophyll. They used they use the chlorophyll. I think it's chlorophyll to stay through the winter, and then like they blossom in the spring. So learned that on TikTok.
Just like how on 9/11 they hit the Twin Towers and they blossomed into a beautiful One World Trade Center.
No,
Isn't that right, Carrie?
nope,
You said no?
no.
Carrie's a 9/11 truther.
Oh,
And you're a birther.
what?
That was the Obama is not American thing. 'Cause I think he was born in Kenya or something.
No, I thought he was born in Hawaii.
That's what I thought too, but apparently...
No, he was born in Hawaii. I read that.
Well, as if you
I
know,
read
Carrie.
that
Carrie,
president.
As if Carrie Khrushchev knows
No,
where fucking
remember
Obama
that
was
president?
born.
Remember that president's book we had?
Yeah.
I read that book from front to cover. I know it.
You mean the propaganda book?
No.
Good
gosh.
job reading the propaganda book, Carrie. Tell me where George Washington was born, Carrie. That was a rhetorical.
I want to say Delaware,
No,
but I don't
it
think
was
it's
a
Delaware.
rhetorical question, Carrie.
Okay. I've been wanting.
This is the future of
I've been wanting to listen to the president's podcast again.
again. Jeez.
I haven't listened to
you
it
should
since
listen
like
to the
October.
content episodes that I sent you,
No.
and literally anything else I send you, because it's either really
I like
interesting
watching
or
the
really
same
funny.
4 episodes over and over and over again.
You are retarded, and you're an autistic slave.
Well, it's like okay.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's
What
not.
do you mean, no? You just said I like feeding my own self slop over and over again. I don't even like changing the meal. I just like I just throw up slop and
What if I
again.
like the slop?
Exactly. You're like a fucking dog that eats its own vomit. You just like rewatch it. You're like, oh, I love this. I've never had this before. You just threw it up 20 minutes ago.
Oh.
You finish the series, immediately go back to episode 1. Oh, I've never seen this before.
No. A lot of people, like a lot of girls my age, they do that with like Grey's
A lot of
Anatomy.
girls. Oh yeah, Kirsten
Grey's
involved in that
Anatomy.
shit. And I was like, oh my god.
Well,
I
no,
was
she
just
like
so
she
interested.
watches it until like a certain point, and then she doesn't watch it for like months, and then she's like, oh, I'm just gonna restart it, and then she just like keeps
That's
rewatching it.
low
But
key part.
never
That's
finishes
an
it.
external showing of her commitment issues
Yeah.
with relationships.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to commit to a whole TV series, just like she doesn't want to commit
yeah,
to having a boyfriend, which I'm not saying that's a problem because she can do whatever she wants.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is funny how you just repeat watch stuff and you don't like get bored of stuff and just
but no, I don't. That's like the one thing I don't like rewatch shows all the time or
Wait, what is the number one
Movies.
thing you rewatch?
President's Podcast. From what I can
Oh,
like,
they said prison shows. I was
no,
like,
from what I think of, like what's something that I like rewatch a lot. That's
yeah.
one.
Well, at least
Like,
it's
I'm
something
not-
that I also know.
Like
that's what it is.
I don't like rewatch shows all the time. Like with Grey's Anatomy, I don't watch Grey's Anatomy or
Yeah.
like with movies, I don't really rewatch them a lot. So
Here, do you think by the end of this episode you're gonna be out of breath?
no,
Because we'll have walked like probably 2 miles.
good. I usually it was like an incline, not a 7 incline,
10
like
incline.
a 10 incline at 3 miles per hour. It was like I'm forgetting. It was like a 7. It was like between 7 and 10 incline at 3 miles per hour, 3 to 3.2 miles per hour for like 30 minutes. So I'm like, and that was usually like a mile. I'd get in. So one time I was on it for like 50 minutes, for like almost an hour.
Bro, Alan does 99 minutes when he was
On the elliptical?
yeah.
Does he have a gym membership or does he just
No,
use...
like the one that they have.
Oh,
that
really?
They had from the old.
I wish like Aunt Jen had a treadmill because that'd be so much better than...
They have an elliptical as well.
I don't like ellipticals, I like treadmills. So, or like I miss going to the gym because then it's like I'm trying to work out here, but it's like harder
the
to
weights
do.
are so light, so I have to just like go to failure
Yeah.
and do like so many reps and like.
Well, like I also like
Whatever.
I also like going to a place.
Yeah, and I
Instead
like
of just
I like
staying-
having a bunch of like the stuff there,
Yeah.
so I can go use it instead of like
Yeah.
having to use literally like a single dumbbell and a 50
Yeah.
pound of weights.
Yeah.
So you dropped a pine cone.
No, my claw clip. But yeah, but I miss I Am West so bad. That was my
Oh, that's what it was called?
yeah, that was my place. But now they're tearing it down for a parking lot.
That you were trying to say you are Kanye West.
No, it's so stupid. So, but they're probably not gonna do that until like senior year. Maybe no, not
Here, do
senior.
you have a sentimental relationship to locations that you live in?
Oh yeah, 1,000%.
I feel like I've been losing that as I've gotten older because I realized like I don't really care where I'm at, like where I'm living. I just
Really?
mostly care about like people I'm with.
Well, with like my dorms, I don't, but with like Florida, I do definitely.
True, but no,
Like
even
here-
now I'm kind of like vibing here. I just really want.
Well,
to
no,
like,
it's
jump
better
out.
here because it's like summer. If it
True,
was
yeah.
winter, it'd be
If it was
terrible.
in winter, I'd be horrible.
Yeah.
Like my pendulum's about to go out. I'm on the last one. I'm hanging from the cliff edge with like one hand still on.
Yeah.
And I'm not that worried yet.
Why is Ruby walking in zigzags? Like
No,
I
I
so
saw
feel like
goats doing that, and they were climbing this steep like hill. And it
oh
was
yeah,
like goats know how to do mathematically the easiest like route
damn.
because animals like understand calculus, but they don't like they just do things easier because they know
Yeah. Yeah.
like their movement patterns.
Yeah.
What's easiest?
Yeah. But anyways, I miss going to the gym.
Me too.
And, like-
I just want to get some heavy weights,
Yeah.
really heavy weight, and just use it because that's the best feeling.
I just need to find like a good location to do it in.
Yeah, we just need to go to a gym. Like once I get
Yeah.
a job, I can get a gym membership. We can just go to one.
Well, I don't know if I don't know which
There's
ones are.
definitely a gym somewhere.
Yeah.
Within like 25 miles, there has to be a gym.
Yeah.
If we can go there 3 days a week, we can chill.
Yeah.
We can just take everybody who wants to go because Rock wants to go to the gym.
Yeah.
Kirsten wants to go. Miles wants to go.
Well, Kirsten wants to do CrossFit.
Everybody's gonna be at the gym. We're all gonna
Miles
do
wants to do
separate things.
Wait, Miles wants to go to
Yeah,
the
Miles wants to do like the bike and like
Oh, really?
whatever like stuff.
I always, whenever I was at I'm West, I always wanted to do the bikes, but but it was always like after I did cardio, so I was like really tired, so I didn't do it. But I wish I did it, just to see what it's like. But also, I've been wanting to try the rowing machine out.
Oh, the erg. What is it called? Erging?
I don't know what that is.
I
But
think that's what they call
but
it.
I think it's like it might be too big for me. I don't know.
I don't think so. I've seen people. I think anybody can do it.
Yeah.
And
Well, like at my gym, you have to probably like do it to your size, like adjust it on how
I
to
just
do that.
remembered. I'm gonna put a Hitler thing over this
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah. No, it should be like a slideshow of like pictures. You know what I
It
mean?
should be like my Karu's favorite Nazis.
With
the
like
top 10
like
list.
transitions between them,
Yeah.
the pictures, like PowerPoint
Yeah.
transition.
I don't know if I'll put that much work into it, but I might. I don't know.
Well, see, I like would.
So you know what I want to do?
What?
I want to get some of those fucking amphetamine pills that Kirsten and Miles have.
Oh yeah.
And fucking do some creative work on those. I could get so much done doing those. I remember one day I took one of those and I was literally making music for like 10 hours.
Damn.
I just sat down in a chair, did not get up until it was like nighttime. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Now I understand why they like that so much.
Well, I think we all have ADHD
Yeah,
or ADD
I think
or
my
something.
theory is that it comes from the technology, overuse of
Yeah.
technology.
Yeah, for sure.
Like blue light technology.
But I mean, some kids are like, that's how they develop. But nowadays, it's just like everybody has
I think
it.
some people have it so bad that it gets diagnosed and they
Yeah.
get medicine for it
Yeah.
and they get over
But like with us, it's like we're like fine with it. But I mean,
It's kind of like the generational thing of kids not being able to pay attention and
yeah,
all that. Might not even be related to technology. Maybe just like young people all want to be like out like doing stuff and not like
yeah,
stuck in work or school.
yeah. Did you hear that Trump wants to open Alcatraz again?
Yeah, but no, I think Trump just says dumb shit because
No,
that's probably
yeah.
the only thing he knows. He just knows.
Yeah,
about
he
Alcatraz,
just-
so he just was like,
And then people talk about it, and then it's like,
yeah, like I was thinking about that today, leaving Aunt Cheryl's, because I was thinking about like the media that like we were watching the local news and like
yeah,
the information that people get from the technology nowadays is
Yeah.
so like dumb bullshit that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If you actually get information that matters,
yeah,
like to your living situation and stuff,
yeah,
it's much more boring than like the
Ooh,
stuff
yeah.
that they report on in the news.
yeah. Well, because if they did it that way, like nobody would watch the news because
Yeah, but that's kind of the point. Like the news
Yeah.
is supposed to be informational, not like entertainment.
yeah, yeah. For real. But I saw something that like said that they would get more money from like tourism.
Oh, Alcatraz.
Yeah, than like running in prison again. Because it was only
Also,
like.
we shouldn't be talking about a prison economy. We should be
Well,
talking
'cause
about
it's-
the over.
Well, I think it's only like a 300-person prison or something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it used to be like a supermax, like one of the.
Yeah.
Supermax prisons.
Do you think those guys who escaped like died? Like they probably drowned.
I don't know. I heard one of them was like the father of a famous person, and like you know what I'm saying. I feel like I've heard of. I just don't know who it was.
Two of them were brothers.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's go over this way.
And it was actually supposed to be 4 dudes, but one didn't like make it out.
Really? Bro, I always was when I was learning about that. I was like, the scheme to get out. Imagine you're actually in a prison.
Yeah.
You have to like. It's not just like it's like a movie. Like just think about it and do it. Like you have to actually like hide from every person, because if you get caught one time by one personnel like guard, you're fucked even more for more years.
Yeah.
But then I guess you could just try to escape even harder.
Yeah.
If you fail the first time.
But then
the whole idea of imprisonment is like animal rights abuse shit. You know what I'm saying? Like pretty much just making a person a slave.
Well, you know those paper mache masks they made
Where?
at Alcatraz, how they escaped.
Oh yeah, for the bed.
Yeah, those always freaked me out. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Is that like the uncanny valley thing?
Oh yeah.
Ruby, we got the producer behind us following us around.
That's what's his name?
Rubenstein?
No, from Joe Rogan. Jamie.
Oh, Jamie?
That's Jamie. Ruby is Jamie.
Ruby is James.
Yeah.
Ruby, look that up. Ruby, pull that up for us.
Yeah.
She has like we turned around, she has a whole PC set up.
Yeah. It's on wheels and it's just like remote controlled and she's just like.
She's like, oh yeah, baby, I got you.
Yeah.
Imagine Ruby as a fat black woman, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, looking at her nails.
No, Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson, that was a funny one.
What about Taylor? Taylor, I see like a blonde like surfer dude.
Yeah, like Rocco.
Yeah.
Like always getting hurt.
Yeah.
It's cool how animals have different personalities. Like Taylor and Ruby have noticeably different personalities.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool that animals don't just like grow up and like have the same instincts and like care for the exact same thing.
Yeah. Well, I was like thinking the other day, they thought like Ruby just as long as they had Taylor, basically, kind of.
What?
Well, when did they get Ruby? Do you remember?
Well, they got Ruby because.
Well, I know why they got her, but I'm saying when.
But I forgot when.
Ruby, when did they get you?
Ruby, the producer. How long have they had you?
Okay, well.
Locked up here. In that fucking.
No, this place is honestly like a dog's like.
If I was
paradise.
a dog in a rock band, I would name my shit called. It would be called Electric Color. That'd be the band name.
Yeah.
We play it rough. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yeah, amazing. Bro, it's cool that you guys. We almost have that car, because then we could probably go to the gym in that.
Oh yeah. I just like I'm scared of my like driver's test because like I don't know because
You're scared that you're gonna fail it and be embarrassed in front of the person, or what?
Yeah, just like I don't really. I mean, I know how to drive, but I haven't driven in like since the summer or whatever.
Well, Kirsten literally drove today, so you should be driving too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm thinking?
What?
The natural progression of this family. Karu does the first thing.
Yep.
Kirsten does it second. Carrie does the third. Miles does the fourth.
Yeah.
Rocco does the fifth.
Yeah.
So I think that's how it's going to go with the license at least.
Yeah.
Hopefully with things like getting a house.
I'm just gonna...
Do you think any of us will be able to buy a home? Or do you think we're like fucked?
I mean, like, I hope we're all able to, but I mean...
I feel like before
I don't think buying, but I think, like, renting.
Oh, yeah, 100% will be renting, because that's, like, what the whole economy is based off nowadays.
Yeah.
But do you think... I kind of think that
but
by
also,
the time we're at an age to buy a house, it'll have already had a bubble that collapsed years ago.
Yeah.
And the recession will have already happened, and we're already...
Well, we're in a recession now.
Yeah, true.
But
not like... Oh, actually, it's pretty fucking horrible for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I'm trying to...
But with, like, renting, because you can, like... I kind of feel like that's better, because then you don't have to fix...
Don't believe the fucking Jews that lie to you. They say, renting is better. I can't do the accent. If I could do the accent.
Well, because, like, Kirsten's friend's mom,
Yeah.
she likes renting because it's just, like, easier because, like, you can send someone to fix it or fix something or, like, you know.
Yeah. Well, it's to control the population would be make them more infantilized. Because if you don't own your own property and you don't fix your own problems with your own place, then it's like it's kind of just like an infant having their mother or father do stuff for them.
Yeah. Do you think our phones, because we're like this, do you think they're just counting steps?
Yeah,
because we're not moving
they have
them.
the trackers on.
Because we're not
count
like
steps when we're in the house. It's based off when it like bounces a little bit. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Well, because at the gym on the treadmill, I always have it in my hand, so like to make sure it's like.
Make sure you're really addicted to it.
No, I don't. I just
like, I have to be scrolling while I'm.
No, I don't scroll. I like listen to music. I'm not like that.
Yeah.
But
I hate people who I only see it on social media, to be honest.
Yeah.
People who are on social media in the gym.
This one girl, she brought a whole ass iPad on the treadmill. She was like reading a book or something like that.
I mean, no. You gotta if you're reading a book, read a book. Don't read the iPad.
Yeah, there's one girl that reads. She was on the bikes and she was reading a book. So I mean, but I just like listen to music and drone out or zone out.
Yeah.
So that's what I just do.
My favorite thing is going to the gym and making it like as simple as possible. Being like, I'm only gonna do either one exercise today or like 2 exercises.
Yeah.
And just going as hard as I can on those, because like the less I have to focus on, the more I can focus on each one.
Yeah.
And like go hard. Because if I'm doing like like what we're doing with that ab workout, I could not do that because he was like doing. I don't like doing too much like that.
Well, I just do the same thing every time I go to the gym. Just to, like have a routine.
Like if I were doing everything, what I would be doing is just multiple sets of sit-ups.
Well, I don't like doing the same thing. I like doing different things. Like if I rather do like 10 exercises that hit the same muscle rather than like one like the same exercise like 10 times, you know.
Well, the point of muscle growth, like, the reason why it happens is that like you're simulating a fight with an animal. Yeah. And that usually you'd have to like use your muscles really hard to strain them and fight the animal and kill the animal if it's trying to hurt you. Yeah. And with the weights, you simulate that with the resistance of the weight. So that's why it has to be like progressively harder. Yeah. Over time, and not like the same thing.
Well, no, I do make it like harder. I like do more reps or like do a plank for longer. Like I up the.
But then think about it, in a year, you don't want to be doing the thing you're doing like with 1,000 reps for each thing.
Well, no, like I'm not trying to like build like a lot of muscle. I'm just trying to get like toned or whatever. So it's like if I just sit like if it's like just the same thing that I have to do to like into what's it called to stay the same like body shape or you know whatever, then like I don't really care. Like I'm not trying to build like a 6-pack or anything. So it's like. And I usually switch it up, some like the exercises. I don't do like right now I'm trying to like figure out a new thing, because I realized I'm like
consistently for like years.
Yeah, because I realized I'm like doing my obliques have gone bigger and like not my core.
That's because you don't eat enough protein to like have muscle growth.
Yeah.
Like what I should be doing as well as you is tracking the amount of grams of protein each day and making sure you're eating at least 100. Yeah. Because even for like normal people who aren't trying to like work out and get big, like us bodybuilders, you should be eating like 100 grams of protein a day. Yeah. It's good for your body to like function. Like most of old age and people like getting old and shit is just because they're not moving as much and they're not eating the diet that they would in the middle of their life, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like in the nature, if you're living with your family and you're an old person, you'd be eating the same as them. Yeah. But the way we've set it up is people have different diets. Yeah. Gary, do you believe in any like event like 9/11 or COVID or anything like that that's happened, or do you think it's like fake or rigged in some way.
Well, I mean, like, give me an event.
The moon landing.
I think that was real.
You think so? You don't think it was like U.S. propaganda to make everybody think we won the space race?
You don't think we won the space race?
Well, Russia was like winning it.
Yeah.
Much faster than we were.
Well, because they got into orbit sooner than us.
Yeah, and they did. Besides going to the moon, they reached every step before the U.S. did.
Yeah.
And then magically, which is pretty much magically, we used like a calculator technology with like kilobytes to go to the moon.
Yeah.
And they couldn't. So that's why I think also like the radiation in space apparently is like the NASA videos nowadays, they'll say, oh, we've just discovered how to get the instrumentation safe from the radiation of space so we can go to the moon. Even though like they were supposed to have had that safe in the 60s when they went to the moon. So people were like, why are you saying you just made it safe now if you went to the moon like 50 years ago? What are you talking about? Just made it safe.
Or people say that like Stanley Kubrick did the moon landing because of lenses that he made.
And then Kubrick, like, I think he was trying to expose the satanic community who would like control a lot of the culture, like especially the movie industry, the music industry. And then he died 6 days after that shit was released, and they made him cut out like 45 minutes of that movie.
Of Eyes Wide Shut?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
so
he died
there's
before.
Probably like a bad part, the worst part that they made him cut out.
Yeah.
And then they like killed him.
Yeah, he died, yeah.
Also with celebrity deaths, a lot of them I think are people they kill. Instead, I used to think it was like, oh, somebody...
Like Marilyn Monroe, I think, was killed by the White House.
100%. I think Chester Bennington, the Lincoln Park guy, I think he was killed because he found out something about like child pedophilia rings in the music industry. Same with Anthony Bourdain. I think Anthony Bourdain found out about like I think Obama's connection to it or something like that. And then he died. I think his girlfriend might have been a spy too.
Did they hear they're making a biopic about him?
Biopic?
Yeah.
Anthony Bourdain?
Yep.
Cool.
You know the guy from The Holdovers?
Paul Giamatti?
Nope, the like kid.
I don't know. That was the only person I knew from The Holdovers.
Okay. Did you ever watch it?
No, I don't watch anything.
I know.
Like,
You watched The Bear.
True. But also, The Bear shows like the corruption of like something like the restaurant business, where it's like to actually make it, you have to be just have some connection already, and that's corruption. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead of people making it in like a free market.
Yeah.
Like the only reason they are making it is because their uncle, what's his name? Or like family friend. I don't know.
They just call him Uncle.
Yeah, Unc.
Yeah.
Like that's why it's hard to believe in anything or care about a lot of stuff nowadays because it feels just like fabricated, and people are supposed to care about it, but it's like I don't know. It feels like.
Well, I feel like nowadays people are just like they know about the corruption, but they're like not dismiss it, but just like
they're too busy to actually care about it.
Yeah, so they just like go on about their lives and just
exactly. And there's so much distracting, like media around us to get us to not think about like how fucked over we're being every day, that it's hard to even get the thoughts to give them the time to like think about what's the solution to the problems instead of just worrying about them, you know?
Yeah.
Because if thousands of people got together and talk about problems like that, then they could change some problems and fix them.
Yep. Okay, let's change the topic.
Yeah.
That was cruise.
I'm sorry. Gotta stand on the soapbox at least once an episode.
What, you know how NPR radio is like very calm and soothing, like the voices?
But then, we have the Hitler thing over it.
and that was cruise. What should we call it? Ruby.
What would they call Hitler's like speech?
I don't know.
I thought you would know that.
What was that movie about Hitler? I watched it.
Nest?
No. Wait, it might have been the Eagle's Nest.
No, I just know that's where it is.
What's your well, cause like on Emergency Intercom they have like Drew's PsyOps corner.
Wait, what? Jew psyops?
Drew's psyops? I don't know what it's called, but like...
Bro, I thought you were talking about the Jews, and I was like, oh, did I get her killed?
Drew.
Oh.
Not Jew. Oh my
It's probably Jew. How would you miss that large face in the fucking way?
I was like looking over there.
Anyway, what about Drew's psyop corner? Oh, that's kind of what you're talking about?
Yeah, like naming her.
Yeah, basically, like, that's what I'm on. Like, everything is a psyop. And a psyop is basically something that you can't ask a question about.
Yeah.
If you ask a question, it's, like, dismissed by narrative.
So I'm going to do my NPR voice.
Yeah.
That was Crew's Psyops Corner. Tune in next week.
Jared, do you know who made the psyop?
Oh my gosh, I'm not done with the intro.
In the army.
Okay, well, we're done talking about that. Wow. It's insane. You should. I feel like you should do NPR.
Yeah, Nazis podcasting radio.
No. No. But I remember her dad used to listen to it and like plays classical music.
Bro, when I was in Indiana, I was talking to Chucha about the Jews, and she was like, "Yeah, Jaja was all about that too." You're just
no,
like him. I swear to fucking God, you called his rub, and he was always talking about how shifty the Jews are, just like I do too.
Oh
I feel like I understand where that part of it comes from. He probably got fucked over so bad by one of them one time.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Because he was like, I think he did real estate. They had a
Georgia?
Yeah, they had like apartments that they lived in one and then rented out the
Wait,
other.
what was Georgia's job?
I don't know. He was in Montana. He was on the rail.
No, like in Germany, like.
Oh, he worked on a farm for basically he was just slave for a German farmer as a POW.
Before like
2 weeks after the war broke out, after they invaded Poland. He was in the German military or the Polish military for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Immediately got his ass captured, and then by the luck of the draw, he got to just be a worker on a farm, and he got to bring his family on the German farm.
So what was he before like the war? A farmer?
I have no idea. We're gonna ask. He's really dead by now. I wonder what he was.
Yeah, I wonder what he was.
A Jew.
Well, because I always kind of because you know Anne Frank.
Yeah.
I always kind of relate. Not like with the whole like whatever happened.
Because
like,
it was a European.
Well, with like their lives.
Displaced person.
Well, with their lives before the war, because like Otto, he was in. Oh, what did he make? Like jam or jelly. He was in that like business. So it's like not like the same, but like you know what I mean.
Carrie, what am I interested in that you were also very interested in? Like anything like in the illegal
before
sphere.
your epiphany.
Epiphany? What do you mean epiphany?
That the whole world is corrupt and there's all
That's
these
not an epiphany. That's just
conspiracy
learning new
theories.
information I didn't know.
What did we talk about before all that?
We talked about bullshit that I
Yeah.
found out was just a bunch of pedophiles
So,
like, doing bullshit.
oh my gosh. Well,
Carrie, literally, like how you get into the. If you want to be a big mover like Jay-Z or somebody, you have to be a child. You have to be a fucking satanic child pedophile. Carrie, he was with Beyonce when she was like 15 years old, but she was a child.
yeah.
And it's not like even he started it. It's been going on. That's how it was created. It was created as like a blackmail operation to get people to have compromise on them and then use them to whoever is using them to their advantage as like a puppet whenever they want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was people who created Hollywood.
Well, that
Mostly
sucks.
Jewish people.
Am I kicking sand in you?
Yes,
No.
yes, producer Ruby, you said lay low on the Jew shit.
Yes. She said, shut up.
She said, Karu, this ain't going far if you keep talking about it like that.
No. Does Miles
Carrie,
like talking about this stuff?
No, Miles thinks I'm a fucking piece of shit.
Okay.
And Miles thinks I'm just a conspiracy theorist, and he dismisses everything. Like, I was trying to talk to mom and dad about vaccines and how they're not actually fucking amazing and incredible for you. And they were like, "Is Karu knows all his vaccines? Okay, he's good." And I was like, "Oh," they were just making me think I was gonna die sooner. Yeah. Like, what do you want to talk about, Karu? You want to talk about Harry Styles' new vaccine? You want to talk about Timothy Chalamet
He was at the
and
Pope's
Kylie Jenner?
thing.
Wow.
You know when they like announced the new pope who's there?
I guarantee this new pope has some bullshit on him. If I guarantee, I feel like in 2 weeks I'm gonna be like, yeah, that new pope is.
Oh my gosh.
But I'm gonna save that for later because I don't know.
Well, apparently I keep hearing mixed things, but I think he's homophobic.
Here.
Well, I mean that is the Catholic Church, but I mean like
who gives a fuck about homophobic?
Well, like Pope.
You think that's actually doing anything to gay people? Gay people are fine. They're big chilling.
Yeah,
They're like white men in the 50s.
I was like, well, like with Pope Francis, he was like more accepting of it and like.
That is the narrative.
So okay, where are they going? Oh, they're going to Rocco's thing.
Good luck, Rocco.
Oh.
We should salute Rocco on the way out. Bon voyage.
No, we gotta be like the airplane people with the lights.
I love doing visual bits.
Yeah.
On the audio only version.
Yeah.
Also, it's funny. We could have recorded it because we have a thing.
Yeah, I don't feel like doing all that.
Yeah, real.
Also, I'd rather like walk than just sit.
Yeah, I'd rather walk in the sun.
Are we gonna salute him?
You wanna go this way?
Oh, no, I thought we were gonna salute him.
I bet.
Okay.
Ruby salute.
Oh, we did. Rocco was on the other side.
Rocco was not living. He's on his phone. He's like, Clarissa, my baby, I'm bringing McDoubles to you right now.
Well,
Bro, I love doing bits like that. Just getting a random bit and just going with it for days. Yeah.
Well, with Rocco, he like mess around with like when Mom asks him stuff, he like mess around with her. But then like once in a blue moon, she'll ask him something and he'll like truthfully answer. Like yesterday, Mom asked him like on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you like Clarissa? And he said 7.
Okay. Yeah, Mom said that.
So like,
damn. I was like, damn.
So I was like, oh, damn. I was thinking more like,
damn, Rocco's really into the big.
I would think. Okay.
Rocco, did you eat 700 pounds?
No. Well, I would think. I thought Rocco was gonna say, oh, I just like her as a friend. Like, I don't really like her like that, but.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I'm surprised Rocco gave an answer. That's cool.
Same. Like, and Rocco's at the age right now where he like resents Mom and Dad.
It's weird what age Rocco's at right now.
Yeah.
Because he's like no longer just like a young teenager. He's getting into the age where it's like
annoying.
Older.
Yeah.
And like he also, I feel like he knows. It's more fun to. It's getting more and more fun to like goof around with him because like, he knows more.
Well, like like now he like resents Mom and Dad and like doesn't like, listen to them, and he's in that phase.
I bet when Dad wakes him up, he feels like it's Adolf Hitler just spitting in his face in the morning. Like, nine.
Oh my gosh.
7.
Dude, he's the worst with waking up. I don't know why he's so.
I know why. He's on his phone early in the wee hours of the morning.
Yeah.
So that's definitely why. Yeah. He's getting like a couple hours of REM sleep.
Yeah.
And he's probably not.
Well, what was I saying? Well, like I feel like now you and Miles are more like sort of like accepting of Mom and Dad and like listen to them and like that sort of thing. But Rocco's like in his teenager angst phase right now.
Yeah.
Like nobody understands me, like whole thing.
Except his older brother, Kuru, is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only person who understands him.
Well, he likes me. Rocco listens to me and stuff.
You have that bullshit about how you think people listen to you. Like, you think someone loves you, but nobody loves you. His suicide pilled on the podcast.
No. Oh, my girl. Oh, my gosh.
Bro, I was thinking...
But it's cool to see, like, the child, like, the like, adolescent development of Rocco.
It'll be even cooler when he's, like, past that point, because then he'll be more real, and it'll be more like, yo, what's up, big man?
And it's, like, nice talking to him.
The only bad thing is he's going to keep growing. I want him to be smaller than me, because it's more fun. I don't want him to be, like, the same size as me.
Well, to me, he still feels like he's, like, in elementary school, and, like, he's in, like, he's in 6th grade.
Yeah, it's weird that he's in high school. That's so fucking weird.
Like, I'm comparing Rocco to, like, you when you were a freshman, and that's insane. Yeah. So I wonder how much Rocco's going to change.
I was pretty much, when I was a freshman, I was pretty much still in 5th grade. I was in, like, 5th grade.
Yeah. But nowadays with, like, social media and, like, we didn't really have like TikTok or whatever.
Bro, the producer is still following us around.
Yeah, she is. Yeah. Well, nowadays, like kids Rocco's age are like appear more grown up than what they used to be.
You know why?
Social media.
Because the fucking pedophiles who run the social media companies and create the algorithms to sexualize kids younger and younger.
And it's also like hormonally too. Like kids are starting puberty a lot earlier.
And it's also not like properly developing because they don't have a good like animal fat in their diet. Like babies get seed oils and bullshit in their powdered breast milk. Mm-hmm. So it's not breast milk, it's just like oil based horrible shit for them. And they don't properly develop like a kid.
Ruby's
going for the assessment.
Ruby. Okay, she's fine. How long have we been? It's 40 minutes again.
Pretty sure.
That's about a mile.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, because I did the treadmill and at like 30 minutes, it was a mile, so I'm assuming it's about like that.
Anything else new, Carrie?
You're just gonna say this is propaganda and like to entertain us.
Let me say what I want to say, Carrie.
No, I know what you're gonna say. You don't even have to say anything.
So you're at the point where your understanding is propaganda.
I understand it. I just don't really. Yeah. No.
Sipping up the slops.
Drinking the Kool-Aid.
Drinking the Kool-Aid.
But I've been.
You know that expression comes from the Kool-Aid killing people with cyanide poisoning.
Yes, I know that.
So
from
it's like
Jamestown.
you're drinking the Kool-Aid. It has cyanide in it, Carrie. It's killing you. I'm trying to save you. I'm trying to tell you, Carrie, that is laced as shit. You gotta stop drinking that. It's so bad for you. And you're like.
Okay.
Carrie's like the Kool-Aid man busting through a fucking wall. Like,
wait,
I love this shit.
Is Kanye part of the?
Kanye is literally an MK Ultra fucking slave who got trauma controlled with sex as a kid, and probably even worse shit because he was in like the music industry. He's one of the biggest people there. He's probably in like one of those satanic rituals or shit.
And then you should listen to him.
Not as much as I used to. I'm not as into him as I used to be.
Well, Rock was really into him.
Yeah, but Rock. Do you think Rock knows about all this shit?
No. Who do you listen to?
I don't know.
You don't listen to any music?
I listen to... Nowadays, I'm just popping on war mode unless I'm getting my war mode going on.
The what?
Blue collar guys doing podcasts.
Okay.
Which is my favorite because they're like so real and they don't censor themselves.
Should we go in the woods or?
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
But yeah, war mode is sick.
Cool. I really want to see Warfare.
Shut up, war mode. We got to get on war mode, and then I'll be talking to them, and I'll know what they're saying. Carrie, no idea.
I won't be there for that. Oh,
yeah.
What's that?
That'll be when the podcast has the big split up in 27.
The what?
the 27 split up.
Oh yeah.
The 2027 split up of the Moka Pod podcast.
Yeah.
Moka and Pot left the studio. Sir Moka has left the building.
That's when we're ending the podcast. We're split up.
No, that's when we split up into separate podcasts. It's Moka Podcast and Pot Podcast. Yeah. I have Pot Podcast. Carrie is Moka. Yeah, I just wanted the coffee element, and Carrie was going more towards the drug track. Yeah, but I'm thinking once I get a car after this shit ass job for like a year, I'm gonna start just doing.
Well, don't you want to get like a $30,000 car?
Yeah. So
you're
I
gonna
have to
think
save it for a whole year.
So you're gonna think you think you're gonna make that much money at like a minimum wage?
If I work at a job for an entire year, yes.
For a minimum wage?
If you work full time, yes. And I don't pay rent here. I don't pay for food. I literally am just lounging about.
That is true.
I want somebody to give me a job and just say, come in.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna apply to AMC again. So.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna. Well, because I really want to watch Thunderbolts. You know what that is?
Oh, that's what you're talking about?
Yeah. I think we're just gonna be.
Yeah, I know what that is.
Yeah. So I think I'm just gonna like kill two birds with one stone and maybe go watch it, and then
just drink all that Kool-Aid as quick as you can.
And then ask if they're hiring.
Like, I love the American government. Everything you do is good, career. I love this CIA.
No, I know. No, I know the government is bad. We're gonna get, you know what? This is our last strike.
No. If we said anything about the C word, that would be bad, because they hate medical misinformation. What they call medical misinformation.
Okay. Are we gonna go in the woods or no?
Yeah, if you want.
Well, was there anything in there, or is it just like...
It's just trees, You've been there before.
Okay. Just checking. It's been 45 minutes.
15 minutes left.
Thank God.
The episode. We should start doing fake ad breaks, so then we can show the ad companies that we're good at doing ads.
No, what?
No, because that's, you got to pitch them to be like, guys, look, I'll give you, look at this ad spot. We're so good at saying the ads.
That's when they're dead air. When we have dead air.
We'll just break into ads.
Yep.
The only Sprint Mobile Verizon prepaid phone plan.
Yep. I'm gonna trip on these branches. Yes.
It's chilling here.
Yeah.
The trees, the sun.
Well, I kind of gotta.
Producer Ruby behind us.
Yeah.
Isn't that right, producer?
Let's have some ASMR.
ASMR is just irregular steps.
Well, I also gotta figure out where I want to film with Trinity.
Yeah, you should do that.
It's over here.
You look like you're trying to go somewhere. It's just the woods. Just walk around.
Well, we have like these paths laid out. So.
Well, yeah, but they've been covered for so long.
Maybe here's good.
Are you scouting location for the new movie?
Yeah. Because like it's not like a really dense woods yet. I'm gonna wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be more dense in fucking 900 years.
Well, no, like with the leaves and stuff, it's not like as full.
Isn't that right, Ruby?
So I'm gonna wait until like
Ruby's
June.
pretty sure.
I'm gonna wait a couple
Isn't that
weeks.
right, Ruby?
Yeah. Oh, she's on the. Are you on the stump?
She's a good girl.
Okay. Yeah, I think like that'd be good. Like more back over there.
Wait, what are you fucking talking about?
Like right there. Or that could be cool, like a framing
Oh,
moment.
a picture, an image?
With the sun. Yeah, I can work with this.
Yeah. You gotta end it with a bang, Paris. Something funny, something topical, something relevant.
Like, oh, with the podcast?
Yeah.
Oh.
We gotta end it at 13 minutes left. We gotta have a nice conversation about something in the news. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's talk about
Oh,
how this new pope is gonna change the Catholic Church.
I don't know anything about the Catholic Church. Over here. Remember there used to be like this ramp
Yeah.
they used to like fly off of
Yeah, you get airtime.
with the four-wheelers?
I used to look forward to that throughout the year.
Yep.
Good old days. If only I was like a worse kid and I was also drinking and doing drugs at that time, I would have had so much fun.
Yeah.
No, that's the thing, because like once you start doing drugs and drinking, you realize like you can make yourself feel like you're having way more fun than you're actually having.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just like lies to your brain that, more fun is always possible.
Yeah. I used to think my freshman year of high school, you know how kids used to use VPNs? VPNs, kids used to use. I used to think, oh, they're turning on their vapes right now. Or they're like...
Their vape network.
Yeah,
They're
no.
on the vape private network.
Yeah, no, I used the... Ruby.
No, because, bro, I literally...
Ruby,
come on.
Ruby, come on.
Come on, good girl. Come on, good girl. You don't want to go over there.
Okay, what were you saying?
I used to think, I never knew people, like, smoked in the bathrooms.
Oh,
and then,
yeah.
and then when I found out about it, I was like, damn.
Dude, no, if I could go back in time, I would
Friends.
have been like, oh, can I...
I would have been a big... I would have had... Oh, my God.
Ruby, come on.
But, yeah,
Come on.
and then it's hard because now it's like, how the fuck am I supposed to have a group of friends now? It's like,
Yeah.
I live in Michigan.
I should have...
What the fuck?
I should have done that.
But then it's like, when you're in Florida, you're like, I don't know anybody here. How the fuck am I supposed to have a group of friends?
Yeah.
And then it's like, yeah, I'm in Florida and it's nice out all the time. but I also don't talk to anybody.
Yeah.
And that's like what all life is about, just having some friends
Mm-hmm.
and having some family.
Well, like in college, that's when you usually like make friends.
But it's hard when you're like living with like 7 people all your life,
like at work,
and then you go live alone for the first time, and you're like, I don't know how to talk to anybody.
No, yeah, for real.
And you just do that for 4 months, and you have one conversation with somebody.
No, I really don't have any social skills at all. Like, it's like I know to put on like a customer service voice and like.
But that's not
do
like
that.
friends.
Yeah,
that's like,
yeah.
You got to learn how to like. Go from like the small talk stage with the person to like more in-depth conversation about.
Well, like I'm
stuff
sure when you
like.
Start working, like.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I'll probably just make a friend.
Because you made that one friend at Publix, and then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so chill.
And
like, I would walk home from work at night.
Yeah.
And be like, I would be in hell because I'd be like, I gotta walk like 2.5 miles. I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah.
But also I'd be like, I just worked the whole day. Fuck yeah. Now I get to just go sleep.
Yeah. Well, you're also more sociable than me, I feel like.
Yeah, true. Because I feel like I want like a whole like podcast network of friends. You know what I'm saying? Like a whole big group of friends. Or just like I want to be one of those people with a bunch of people on my phone and like, yeah, I got a text message from this person and like this person called me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like Kirsten.
Exactly. But more of like a business thing where it's like adults. Well, that's just because we're fucking 19.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, when I'm older, I just want hella people that I know.
Yeah.
So I don't have to ever be. Well, I can like be alone with myself, but it's not like. I'm just gonna be alone with myself for fucking 9 years right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I was thinking in Orlando. I was like, I'm about to just be alone like this for years. And then I didn't really think I was gonna have a group of friends. It was horrible.
Yeah.
Nothing I do makes me fucking happy.
Well, that sounds like a you problem.
Mm-hmm. Actually, no. Having a good laugh. That makes me happy, obviously.
Yep. Or do you hear what Miles is doing with like, with like the.
He's trying to work at a bank.
No, he made like a.
Oh yes, a PAC.
Which I don't know.
Political Action Committee. Yeah. Basically, the people who are on the side of making the money for candidates and pushing like ads and shit during campaigns.
Yeah.
He wants to be in one of those groups that funds people.
Well, I thought he was like making one of those with his friend.
Yeah, he is. He's making a political action.
That's cool.
And then they can like, when they have funding, they can support the candidates they want. But it's all for the fucking pedophilic Democratic Party.
Oh my gosh.
Again with this, oh my gosh shit. You think I'm just making that shit up as a joke? Like
I know,
Crew.
I've been talking to you since I was born. I know what you're about to say.
No, but
when I brought it up, I was like, he's gonna say that.
Yeah, but
so I know what you're gonna say. You don't have to say it.
Making money for. Miles is trying to make money for people who at the top are just fucking pedophiles playing with puppets. They have one as the Democratic Party, one as the Republican Party. It's the same fucking people controlling both.
Well, with like Miles, it's weird because like he doesn't look like he's doing anything, but he's doing things in private. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
I didn't know he was doing the bank teller thing. I thought he was just gonna work
that's
at
kind of
Meijer
like the
or
vibe
something.
Miles gives off. Like he does work in private, and he looks like a lazy bone.
yeah. Like a lazy bag of bones.
And then I'm just always lazy, and I never do any work except like sometimes I make music, but I never post it.
Yeah. Well, you need to start posting it.
Yeah, that's the work I got to be doing. Just posting music.
Yeah, I'll show you this guy on TikTok. He just posts like the same song of his like 50 times. And...
Not doing that.
Okay.
Sounds like a Jew doing that. Carrie.
Okay. Ruby,
I hear him too.
come on.
They're white. It's okay. Not to hurt them. They're allowed to stay.
Don't bite their ear off.
Who said that, Carrie? Bite their ear off.
Didn't Mike Tyson bite someone's ear off?
Oh.
Ruby.
I thought it was like because she's going against the black children.
No. Is that?
Carrie, do you have any hope for your future? Like, what's your biggest like looking forward to your future part of your life? Right now?
Making my TV series. That's a big
good.
hope for me. But
what's the biggest looking forward to thing like this year
This year,
trying to get a car this year. That's like what I'm looking forward to.
Probably, like, because I feel like now that we kind of have a car now. I mean, I don't have my license yet, but like, I kind of took a step in adulthood or whatever, and we have like our own house and stuff. So I mean, I feel like I'm like adulting, even though I still feel like I'm 14. I don't really know what I'm doing.
Yeah, you'll feel like that until you're like 30.
Well, I've seen people say that like they're in their 40s or 30s and they still feel like they're, in their 20s. Or
yeah, I feel like I've been 17 for multiple years.
I still feel like I'm 14. I've never changed since COVID.
No, but that might be because like parts of your identity don't age because they're like.
But also, I think
it's don't, like, emotionally process.
Since like 14, I've been like 5 foot since like 14.
I thought you don't care about your height there.
No, I don't care about I just feel like because you've grown a lot since freshman year, for instance.
But it's all about emotional
14.
maturity, not.
But I think it also plays a part with like your physicality. Like if me physically haven't changed, like I feel like I don't. I feel like I haven't changed.
You haven't mentally changed since you were
14? I know I've mentally changed and stuff. I'm just saying like it's like a part of it that like because I haven't changed.
Yeah, because you haven't processed those emotions when you were 14. It's called a samskara, unprocessed emotional trauma. Like how you can have a bruise on your knee, you just have emotional trauma from the past that you haven't like dug up and let out.
Yeah.
I feel like after we pause this, it's gonna be a much better conversation.
Yeah. Because I feel like
okay, now we're talking about
no, that's how it feels like every single time.
Yeah,
like,
I feel like I'm gonna have a gun to my head when I'm fucking. I feel like the phone is like a gun in my mouth.
That's why I kind of don't like podcasting because it's kind of like.
Yeah, but also it's like I love listening to podcasts.
Yeah,
and I might as well just do it myself because I just
mainly like. The one podcast I listen to is Brittany Broski's, and it's just like her, and I like that. I don't really like.
That's kind of like Tim Dillon for me.
Two people.
He just like rants about whatever.
Yeah, he
really
just
funny.
talks about whatever and like.
You know Tim Dillon?
No.
He's like if Brittany Broski was a guy comedian.
Well, so worse.
What? No, that's oh my god, he fucking man-hating liberal feminist retard. Literally just cucked by your own words, Carrie. They're trying to get you to hate half of your fucking population that you live with.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why you got to go the Eastern route. Just all compassion.
But I also really want to find like a boyfriend or something.
Okay, you just said. So worse.
That was a joke. I wasn't like.
No, but the jokes, they come from the heart, Carrie. We know this. I remember. I want a boyfriend. It's going to be overlaid with Hitler giving a good speech. With his arm raised.
Crew, you say the same Hitler thing in the same exact spot that we're in. We're always on this hill.
Oh, damn. Bro,
on
that's
this
the thing.
path.
Like, I sometimes think that thoughts are local based and we just walk
for sure.
through. What do you mean for sure? I'm trying to give you a new perspective in your life.
I already know.
You're like, I've thought about that for years, Crew. That's a classic one.
No,
That Nazi thought is back there. So if we lapped it again, I would have the same thought right there. You thought about that before. You're telling me that right now.
Yeah.
You've thought about the thoughts are based on the location that your body's moving.
When I like do something and I'm in the same place, I have the same thought.
I've been starting to think over the past couple months that in our family we have thoughts telepathically at the same time.
Oh yeah.
Because we just had thoughts in the car
Yep.
about like doing the podcast, and that's why we're doing it now. Because I thought, damn, we haven't recorded the podcast in a fucking while, and that's probably exactly the same thought you were having. But you thought it was
not
your
in the
thought.
car. I didn't have that in the car.
Fucking faggot.
I just when we got home, I was like, I'm gonna go walk, and I was like, oh, let's take Carrie along.
So it was probably me who was like thinking about the podcast. That's like, because I was thinking in the car, I was like, I wonder if Carrie's thinking the same thing about doing the podcast. And then you were like, oh, let's do a podcast. And I was
or like Kirsten and I, we kind of think telepathically. Like,
well, no, it's because people who you're close to, that actually happens. The brain become one.
Yeah.
Because it's both like a predictive capability of both brains kind of find the same result a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Isn't that right, producer Jamie?
Yep. What time is it? How much? 59 minutes. Wow.
Yeah.
Thank
We should do a
God.
countdown. 30, 29, 28.
27, 26, 25, 24,
No, you're way off.
23.
It's on 36 right now. That would be 20. That would be 14.
Now it's on 40. 22, 20.
No, not
Wait.
22.
I don't know numbers. I don't know.
15. 14. We're not doing an actual countdown for the last fucking... Okay, well, that's enough podcast for these guys.
Yeah.
Nobody's listening to this one.
Now we're getting on the real conversation.
Which is basically just me repeating the same thoughts I have every time. And this is why we gotta have the long conversations, because, like, after you hit the 2-hour mark, I start to have new thoughts.
Yeah. I just don't really like talking to you for that long.
About what?
I just don't really like talking to you for that long.
Thank you, Gary. That means a lot.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate those kind of compliments you give me all the time.
Right, I'm just thinking...
I love when you say shit like that to me.
I know, I'm just thinking, like, your wife...
It really makes me feel good, Gary.
I'm just thinking, like, your wife or girlfriend has to, like, listen to you for, like, hours and how she's going to deal with that.
True. But they'll have to be red pill as well. I'll lay it out more details and not as fast-paced. It'll be, like, over years of, like, okay, this is who Hitler was. This is what he did. This is Benjamin Netanyahu. Okay.
Do they have, like, conventions for these
Nazis?
theories you have?
No. Well, it's not like a theory of if it's true things. It's basically like
Or
talking
like,
about news and being like,
well,
these
I
are
don't know.
theories,
Well, I don't know what to call this. I just say theories.
Exactly. They call them conspiracy theories because that's what they started saying when they killed Kennedy in the 60s. And to cover it up, they were like, if anybody says we did it, call them a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah.
And they still do that with I'm trying to talk about shit today.
Yep.
It's just leftover propaganda.
Well, like, do they have conventions for that stuff? Or,
Probably.
like, or interventions, or...
You don't want to be intervened from learning true facts. You don't want to be like it's crazy because once you're on the other side of where I am, it's like I don't want to be where Carrie is. You know what I'm saying? You guys think you don't want me to be where I am. You know what I'm saying?
I don't really care. I'm not gonna lie.
Exactly.
I just don't care.
You just want to keep your head down and do your job.
I just want to do what I want to do and just do that.
Just let them control you.
Yep, they're controlling me.
I haven't been recording this entire time.